generality of subscribers prefer the automatic renewal. That's pure customer behavior, and I think this is obtainable all over the world. Now, what we've done is that we've made the process of stopping or opting out a lot easier.
Well, I'm talking about the instances where you have, if you want to put an end to this, or if you don't want to receive SMSs of this sort, press 1, and then the person keeps actually pressing 1, and it's not stopping. It just keeps going automatic.
Okay. Look, I know that working with our regulator, the regulator has also been extremely firm about some of his complaints, and we've put in the necessary technology and the necessary education and enlightenment is ongoing now in terms of getting people to understand how to unsubscribe or how to opt out. So that is ongoing.
Subscribing, what about instances where you had to subscribe for one product and then you get another?
Very often, it's a finger error by the subscriber. Very, very often, it's a finger error by the subscriber. People use the wrong codes and things like that. But again, if you call the call center, we're able to provide a fix for most of these things.
Call drops, deduction without connection.
Mobile technology is radio-based. And radio, like anywhere else in the world, has its limitations. Since we adopted a per-second bidding platform several years ago, over a decade ago, it is not possible for us to charge you if we haven't established the call. And we can only charge you for what you have consumed. I know that very often subscribers may say, well, look, I couldn't hear what the other person on the other end of the line was saying, and you're still being charged. In matters like that also, from time to time, we're able to offer some amount of compensation.
There's a data plan for BlackBerry subscription, and there's one for Android. When you see that Android subscription is much more expensive than that of the BlackBerry, when both of them are almost the same thing, actually.
To the best of my knowledge, there isn't any Android data plan or an Android phone. Now, what has happened is that in recent times, BlackBerry introduced some phones, and it doesn't come with the customary BlackBerry services that we had when BlackBerry first came into Nigeria. What BlackBerry now introduced was that you had to buy a separate data plan, and I think it started with the more sophisticated BlackBerry handsets, the Z10s, and yes, that range of BlackBerry handsets. So it's not a question that Android is more expensive or anything. It's only the BlackBerry phones that require a separate data plan.
But then there are rapid deductions when you're using Android. It just goes just like that. And then unlike the BlackBerry, when you have a month plan or so, you actually just realize that the whole thing is gone in days.
Well, you see, BlackBerry used to come with a standard plan with it. So when you pay your XYZ, typically you have a fair amount of unlimited browsing. You have your BBs and all that. Now, with a lot of other platforms that don't offer the kind of bundle that BlackBerry used to offer, then you are billed as you consume. So definitely you will be paying more, and then you'll be getting the alert every time you have an activity online saying that it's been deducted by this is your balance, this is your balance. So that we see all the time. But there isn't a specific we don't treat Android any different from the way we treat other operating systems.
Okay. There you go. Don't forget to share the show.
Okay.
Then relating to radiation of mass, is there anything that has been done to educate subscribers on the safety of masks?
All right. I think that the regulator, the NCC, has been very, very proactive in this space. The regulator, from time to time, does a fair amount of enlightenment. The regulator has published a fair amount of material also, easy to read, easy to appreciate material, telling people, informing people, sensitizing people that our radios pose no risk to Nigerians or to our subscribers.
All right. But then, when it comes to some of those services you talked about, like that there's been some education. I know I use MTN for instance, and I haven't even heard of anything like this is how this goes and all that. Sometimes you have a situation where you actually subscribe for something, and then there's maybe probably a text message that tells you of something, then you attempt it without actually knowing that rather than telling you 1 is going to go, 5 is going to go eventually. Do you understand? Like for instance, I'm told that if I use 1,000 to do something, if I press this code, and instead of 1,000 going according to what they say, you eventually realize that maybe you have like 5 minutes later, you said being deducted by 1,000, something like that.
I honestly, I don't understand. But if there's a problem with billing and all that, there are a lot of avenues for resolving them.